Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Check it out. Excellent book. You know, I wouldn't bring nobody up here who is, wrote some silly stuff. This book right here is absolute fire. So much so for those who are on the Patreon page, I got some videos coming out, most I willing, and I will be quoting, giving the author credit. I will be quoting from this book and let you know that this is fire.
Appreciate that. Word.
In the same vein that you're speaking on, I had a question based off that, a statement rather, and we're going to talk about it. You said in your book that masculine energy is order, feminine energy is chaos and disorder. We know that she loves the drama, specifically relationship drama. So let's talk a little bit about how the creature, and you know me, I'm always talking about this subject. One of my first videos is that she wants chaos. So let's talk about how the creature pretty much lives in disorder, is comfortable in disorder, and how you come to bring order as a man. Let's get into that. You've experienced that, I'm sure, RPC, and I have too. For example, I think most guys can say this about ourselves, at least most thinking men. We have a measure of, how can I say, order about ourselves where we want our finances to be a certain way. We think twice about spending on things. Most real guys who have not been feminized by the single BM, we count the consequences. We discipline ourselves. Again, we're not impulsive. The product, to me, the main product of femininity when it comes to behavior is impulsivity, impulse buying. How about this? Impulsive sexual selection. He got to be fine, girl. Impulsivity is pretty much the rule of that, because of course we know they're ruled by the emotions, and this is what causes the disorder that we see. But the creature loves to dwell in it. Another example, I had a woman tell me many years ago, man, because I'm the low-key chill type of guy. I'm laid back, RPC. I'm chilling, man.
Right.
I don't want no smoke, no drama, right. But I had a female tell me that there was not enough drama in our relationship. She wanted the chaos. I was too smooth, man. She said, hey, and I've been told over the years by many a female that not only am I laid back, but as they say, I'm too laid back. Yep. I'm good. I function in order. I function in discipline. I function on that high vibration where things have to be orderly. And I'm not God, small g, but that is God-like. That is my very own G-O-D, small g, come.
No blasphemy. Yes.
But she, as some people say in Asia, the chaos, which I said women like, you know, the female, one of their main things, they like chaos. They like to function in that disorder. Tell us your thoughts about the disorderly conduct where the female dwells, which I believe, hey, like you said, it's two opposite poles. One is of disorder and chaos, one is of order. Let's talk about those two opposite poles. And here's the thing. Again, you're saying that this is natural.
Yes.
Nature, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about this nature, brother. I give you the floor.
All right. So first thing I need to touch on is that there are universal laws. Right? Y'all can look up what the universal laws are. But one of the universal laws is the law of polarity. That means, hot, cold, up, down, inside out, basically that they're opposites.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to masculine energy's order is peace. But again, with the universal laws, there needs to be a balance to that, or an opposite to it. And that is chaos or disorder. All right. Masculinity is naturally peaceful and ordered. That's why a lot of guys, like Black Ram said, like, they want their finances in order, not because, they want to work forever. They want to be able to get their finances in order so that they can do what they want to do when they want to do it. You know what I mean? Order their life the way they want to order it. Have some type of peace in their life. Mm-hmm. Creating some type of peace in their life. Before I go further, again, I have to emphasize, like I said earlier, males who want to understand female nature, you have to completely take yourself out of this male lens and put yourself into the female shoes. So when it comes to femininity, the feminine energy is naturally chaotic and disorder. What does that look like? Chaotic. All right. We already know that they self-sabotage their relationships. Oh, well, he comes home on time all the time. He does this right, he does that right. He must be up to something.
Yes. Yes.
What do you mean he's up to something? He's doing everything right. Like, matter of fact, he's thinking about marrying you. But yeah, why he want to marry me though? He's only dated me for the S amount of time, and he just broke up with. They're looking for the negative. Like I said earlier, it's hard for guys to understand that women are uncomfortable being happy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they don't like to be happy. What I'm saying is, once they get that feeling, it's like they're basically waiting for the other shoe to drop. So that's why women will self-sabotage their relationship. And one of the things EO said, he said, like EO, one of the things that Black Ram said, and I'm about to say something EO told me. Black Ram said that one of them that he was dealing with said that you didn't bring enough drama. Mm-hmm. And shout out to EO. One of the things he taught me is, one of the things I knew was that women love drama. But one of the things that EO taught me, championship game, is that instead of waiting for her to bring the drama, inject the drama into the relationship yourself. Mm-hmm. You bring the drama. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so when dudes, all right, when I say drama, I'm not talking about, you going into a big fight or anything like that. No. What I'm saying is injecting a little bit of chaos could be something as simple as, hey, babe, Mary said that, she liked the way my hair looked. Boom. And you just go into another topic. Just doing that, she's going to start thinking like, who the hell is Mary? Why is Mary looking at my man hair for like that? This, that, and the third. Like, just like that. Perfect. That's a little, you're not saying you cheating on her, but you just got her mind just working. Now, I'm going to talk about that later. You want to turn her into a Ghostbuster. You want to competing against the ghost. Spook. Yep. Yeah, against a spook. You heard? Mm-hmm. So, keep her. So she had that mindset. So another thing, as far as like masculine energy, feminine energy, and being chaotic and this, that, and the third. Another thing that men will have a problem understanding about their nature is that they have a dichotomous mindset. And what I mean by that is they can have two opposing thoughts, but they try to make both of them work at the same time. So the best example I've given, because I made a video about it on my channel, is how they want the alpha male and the beta male. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys don't realize that, because you see some chick with the beta, you're like, why she with that dude for? Like, mm-hmm. I know she could do better than that. Right. Or you see her with the alpha wild dude who do XYZ, but she a nurse. Yeah. I mean, she made $250 a year, but she with the street pharmacist. Right. Like, what's going on here? So that's the polarity. It's like
I like to mention when I talk about it, I call it the hybrid ninja. Of course, I don't use the word ninja. Mm-hmm. Like it's half thug, half good guy, half irresponsible, half responsible guy. Some guys believe that type of man exists, but I don't think a man's mind can handle those two opposite poles and that type of chaos. Usually, if you're a man that's responsible, you're a responsible man. A responsible man doesn't have times of irresponsibility. Mm-hmm. A controlled man, a disciplined man doesn't have times of impulsivity. It's too dangerous. Mm-hmm. So she wants this hybrid, weird creature like herself, right? Mm-hmm. The bottom line is, right, more than anything, as you know, RPC, the creature is in love with itself and wants to see a mirror of itself in you, right?
Thanks.
So this half hybrid thing, this alpha beta, SIMP, but thuggo looking thing, is all a part of that chaotic mind that she's projecting outwardly to everybody else.
Let me say this. Let's get into that. Let's get into their dichotomous mindset. I said in one of my videos, not even realizing, but in my mouthpiece video, I talked about how you get a mouthpiece. And one of the things I said was, if you learn a little psychology and you learn a little sociology, psychology is study of the mind. Sociology is basically studying how you're supposed to be amongst society in public. Once you understand that, then you'll be able to have a better grasp on the dichotomous mindset of a woman. What I mean by that is this: two poles. One of the poles in her mind is what society tells her that she needs to be, how she's supposed to act, how she's supposed to talk, how she's supposed to dress, so on and so forth, type of man she's supposed to have. But the other side of it is, the other pole of that is, so this is the sociology part of it. The psychology part of it is her natural side, her animalistic side. So we got the beta, who society says she needs to be with, but her natural side, she says she needs to be with the alpha, because remember, she has a survivalist mentality. She needs to be with the dude who can protect her, provide for her. You know what I mean? Like, the big dude, back to the analogy of being in that prison. You got to be with the person who could, handle a business. So when it comes to her having a dichotomous mindset, it's basically society's narrative versus her natural animalistic instincts, pretty much. So she's constantly fighting that. And the reason why she fights that is because, again, she has to be able to associate with groups. So she can't be on her animalistic stuff all the time, because then you'd be labeled a bottom shelf chick. You understand? So sometimes she might have to front, like she might be very animalistic, but she might have to front like a middle or top shelf chick in order to be in certain circles and certain groups and get certain access to certain things. So again, I'm not upset at a woman having a dichotomous mindset. I understand where she got it and why she has it. My thing is, once you know it, you can use it to your advantage. You can hack the system.
And that's a good point. There is no animosity, no hatred, no envying. There's no harsh feelings. The creature is what it is. And either you understand the creature and know how to use game to deal with it, or you don't. Either going to be set yourself up to be a victim. When you become a victim of its nature, then you're mad. But once you know the game, so here's the thing: the stuff I talk about, the stuff RPC talk about, this is PhD level game here. So when you at the beginner level, when you're in elementary school, be mad, and you can carry that over in high school. But once you get to this level here that you brothers are at, that we're talking about, we're not talking about the beginners. Everybody's here for pretty much has been watching this channel for a while. Most of these brothers here are already familiar with you already, RPC. When you get to this level, ain't no more anger. No, it is what it is, because here's the thing: it doesn't take you by surprise, and you are not, David Bowman, salute to you, you're not going to get suckered into the situation, because you're going in, you go into these situations, you already know the play, and you intercepted the motherfucking play even before you got on the goddamn field. You feel me? So you already know the game. You already know the playbook, right? You already know what the creature's gonna do. The female that I was talking about, every angle that this thing went at, I already knew it. I intercepted the play already. We got the playbook. Listen, books like this is the playbook. You feel me? We got the playbook already. So ain't no anger, ain't no getting mad. No, we already got it. You know?
For no reason. Let me
go ahead,
I just want to say one more thing on the feminine energies. Like, one other thing that a lot of males will have a problem understanding is the fact that I've said it before in other panels and in Blue Guys Bonds, is that I tell them, like, you never want a chick to be 100% comfortable with you. They're like, what? What you mean? Of course I want her comfortable. I said, nah, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that she should be uncomfortable with you. Listen to my words. What I'm saying is, you never want her 100% comfortable with you. What that look like? She knows your routine. She already knows what you're gonna say. She already knows what you do, what you like, what you this, what you that, what you've done, what you think about doing. Like, there's no mystery. There's no intrigue. I mean, Like
Yeah.
she already know you. She already know what you like, what you was going to make you angry. Now she's hacking you. Now she's getting you upset when she want to get you upset. She's making you happy when she want to make you happy. So what I'm saying is, fellas, when you're dealing with a woman, I mean, me personally, that's anyone of the opposite sex that I deal with in my life, I never have them 100% comfortable with me. Meaning, like, I never even give them like I may not even give them a direct answer. And when I'm saying certain things, like sometimes I just leave it up for them. They just have to think about it. That's another thing. Shout out to my man Lawrence D. Adams. He says you have to learn how to play in their playground, meaning their mental state, their psyche. You got to say things and do things where they. What I say is, their imagination is your best friend if you know what you're doing. Because, for example, I was dealing with one that lived like 45 minutes away from me, and I was a pretty busy person, so I only saw this person maybe like once every 3 weeks. And one time when I went over there, or a couple times when I went over there, after coming in, she would take my jacket off. You know what I mean? She would say what she have in the oven, whatever the case may be. And after I sit down, I should say, after taking my jacket off, she'd be like, "Oh, thank you very much for finally coming to see me. You know, I know you have those other 30 chicks that you're dealing with, but you know, you're taking time out to come see." In my head, I'm like, 30 chicks? What is she talking about? But in my mind, I did the math. She's in her imagination. She's realizing I'm a handsome / sexy dude. You know what I mean? I got a little bread in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little mouthpiece. You know what I mean? I dress pretty decent. She's like, yo, if he's not here, and I said that in the book, whatever he's doing to me, he's got to be doing to other chicks. So she assumed that I must be dealing with other chicks because I wouldn't be returning her phone calls quickly just like that. So basically, I emphasize that in the book too. You got to be real stingy and selfish with your time, fellas. The more attention you get, I talk about polarity. The more time you touch her, and the more you're in her face, the more she don't want you in her face. But the more you're not in her face, the more you're not talking to her, the more she is gonna want you in her face, the more she's gonna want you talking to her. But you dudes gotta have eggplant discipline. You know what I mean? And focus on what you need to do so that, you know, she can, again, use her imagination to your benefit.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.